I'm really enjoying my first visit here to the New Bern, North Carolina Civil War Park. Beautiful earthworks, trails well laid out, all sorts of great signage and whatnot. But first, a little bit about the town or the city. New Bern is beautiful. Founded in 1710, it claims all sorts of firsts in printing press and post roads and things like that. And of course, in pre-revolution days, it's got a lot of buildings still there. I'll get back to the beautiful New Bern a little bit later. For now, I want to talk about the battle, March 14th, 1862. After capturing Hatteras Island, the Union is going to be able to move along and toward New Bern. The Confederates know this. They have 6 redans set up here. They're all part of this park, and we're coming up to Redan 3 right now. And the Union, of course, outnumbers the Confederates. That's going to be something that the Confederates will get more familiar with. The Union has 3 brigades, and they're all associated with Ambrose Burnside. We've got Foster's Brigade, Reno's Brigade, and Park's Brigade. And the Confederates basically have North Carolinians that haven't seen a whole lot of action of any sort yet. A lot of militia in there as well, but they can claim the famous 26 North Carolina sort of getting their chops over here at the Battle of New Bern. Here you see they call it a branch, but man, this is a straight up swamp and a real deal obstacle to the Union who's going to be coming in this direction. Let me explain. The Confederate redans go way off in that direction, and beyond Redoubt number 1, there's a railroad and a brickyard, and the Confederate line shows a vulnerability there. Why? Because the Confederates knew a huge Union force was coming, so they're going to extend their line a little bit further over. That's where the 26th North Carolina is, with the 33rd North Carolina as well, and there's going to be a gap in the Confederate line. No surprise that the Union will eventually find that gap and capitalize upon that gap. You've got Reno and Foster on opposite ends of the line, not attacking in concert exactly. It seems like the Confederates are holding them off until eventually some of Reno's men will discover this, and the 21st Massachusetts charge and get inside sort of the Confederate line, start rolling up the flank. The Southerners, not used to seeing any action, start to run, reform, recharge, and some of these men fall back. By the way, on the Union side, we're talking about Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, and I'm sure I forgot one. And most of those states actually have monuments in the not far from here New Bern National Cemetery, which is really beautiful. This battlefield itself is monumented as well, namely for the famous 26th North Carolina, who's going to achieve later fame. What is it? First at Big Bethel, farthest at Gettysburg, last at Appomattox, and they certainly lose more, way more than any other regiment on either side that fought in the Battle of Gettysburg. But here we are back in March of 1862. The Union eventually will bring up their reserve brigade. That's under Park. Note, these are names you know. John Park will, I believe, command the 9th Corps later in the war. Jesse Reno will be killed at the Battle of South Mountain in command of that corps. And the reason you don't hear as much about Foster, I think, is because he's going to be here at New Bern with a very comfortable assignment, if I may add. And you can visit his headquarters as well as where he lived in New Bern. Yes, those were 2 different places. In any case, Park's men come up and they start to further exploit this gap. Some of the Union soldiers, Rhode Island and other troops, actually start to come across these ridiculous, again, branches, swamps, and attack the Confederates. The Confederates on the right are sort of holding out, but the Southerners on the left aren't doing so well. The Union gets into their rear. It's just a matter of time. The Confederate commander, Lawrence O'Brien Branch, who will breathe his last at the Battle of Antietam, will order a general retreat, but that order will not get back to the 26th North Carolina and the 33rd. They're going to hold out for more hours, literally, as the Union tries to advance further. Eventually, they're going to have some of their men captured, but they're going to be able to fall back, and the Confederates, will lose not only this battlefield, but New Bern itself, where the Union will ensconce itself and take up residence in a lot of the houses and make it a military town. And make no mistake, it seems like a cushy assignment to me, as I think the pictures will show. You can walk around town. There's a book where a guy, his last name is Green, takes old photos of New Bern and tells you where they were shot. And incredibly, he even tells you what corner or block they were shot on. So let me show you a couple of those, like this one. Check that out. How do you like this one? Boom. The sun wasn't always cooperating with me, but I got another one here. Let me show you another one here. and I'll encourage you to visit New Bern. They've got some, great restaurants and coffee shops. I'm not being paid for this advertisement, I swear. But if you want to learn more about the battle, check out my friend Eric Lindblade's book about the Battle of New Bern, and where he can talk about his favorite regiment, the 26th North Carolina, and how they were sort of cutting their teeth here at the Battle of New Bern. Let me compliment the New Bern Historical Society for a great job on this park. Come visit.
Hello, this is Trace Atkins. To stay up to date on all the latest and coolest videos, please subscribe to the Trust YouTube channel. Preserve, educate, inspire.